Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. Now, this storm we just had, as everybody knows, was crazy strong and it did a lot of damage. But I've always showed that this second storm was always stronger. So I really believe we have a big beast of a system coming. It's going to bring another huge tornado outbreak. Not only that, extreme fires, blizzard conditions, damaging winds, just all around a big threat. Now, on Friday, we had potentially 65 tornadoes, and on Saturday, we had 2 more over here by Maryland and Delaware. And sad to say, between both of them, we have lost a lot of life, guys. And most of these tornadoes were huge tornadoes. A lot of PDS warnings went out on Friday. And the damage that was done by these tornadoes were unbelievable, guys. Not only loss of life, but huge damage everywhere. We even had twin tornadoes in Arkansas at the same time, guys. Twin tornadoes. But the damage was unbelievable. As you can see here, this is Wayne, Arkansas. Every state had a lot of damage. Plus the Apollo Theater in Belvedere, Illinois, just 72 miles from Chicago. Massive casualties as well and a lot of injuries. This was an unbelievable storm. And you can see how widespread the damage is. This right here is Sullivan, Indiana. Multiple states having big damage problems. And this storm is going to be stronger. And believe it or not, the power outages are starting to look better. It was a lot worse. So you can see everybody with power outages. If you're in the yellow, you have at least 10,000 without power. But right now we have Pennsylvania at 122,000, Ohio at 70,000, West Virginia at 40-something thousand, Virginia at 40,000, Arkansas. It just goes on and on. Every state over here is at least 10,000 without power still. And it is still bringing widespread a foot of snow, guys. So you can see in your tropause way up in the atmosphere that all this cold air coming in, this is going to be some very cold air coming from the northwest, going through the upper Midwest, bringing a foot or more of snow. But it's still bringing all of this severe weather on the south side of it. This is going to be right over the same areas. And you can see here from your vorticity that it goes into a negative tilt. It goes into a negative tilt very early. And this will just pull all this moisture all from the south to the north and bring these storms all the way up to the north. Even a squall line is still going to appear, guys. Now, there is still a cap, but I still show that it's going to bust through this cap. And this is going to be a later in the afternoon event because of that. It's going to be overnight once again. And it is pushing towards the northeast, and that's bringing severe weather towards the intercoastal northeast once again the day after. And it is going to start today. So for today, you do have a tornado threat, a 2% in the green, a 5% in the brown. Here's your cities and states at risk. There also is some winds, but chances for hail, large hail. All of this in the black is significant, and that means at least 2 inches in diameter. Plus, you have a 30% chance of very large hail. So here's your cities and states at risk for today. But when we get to Tuesday, this is where it's really going to grow. And this is pretty much an exact shot of what we had last time before it got upgraded again. And as you can see, you have the slight risk in the yellow. You have the enhanced section now. 2 different sections, just like last time. But the whole area is significant severe, just like last time. At least an EF2 or greater strength is expected out of the area with 2 big hot spots. And here's your cities and states at risk for the tornado threat, being the significant severe in Chicago, Illinois, Kansas City, Missouri, Tulsa, Oklahoma, St. Louis, Missouri, and Des Moines, Iowa. That is the biggest threat. But as you can see, it goes all the way down towards Little Rock, Arkansas once again. And when we take a look at SIPS, which is pretty close, it's not as big as we have from National Weather Service yet, but not only the enhanced section, SIPS sees a big moderate section that will group up, not just 2 points like last time. It will all be a moderate section just like last time. Plus on Wednesday, they already have a 15% area for the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, intercoastal northeast for the severe weather to carry on. More chances for tornadoes, guys. Here's your cities and states at risk so far for Wednesday. And once again, SIP sees this really growing, guys. So not only is the surface low going to be in the same area, but it's pulling all this from the south to the north. A lot of vorticity will be in the atmosphere, a lot of updraft. It's not only the big 10%, it has a big 15% down here for the south. potentially for Wednesday to grow. The National Weather Service has it as supercells and organizing lines of clusters capable of producing strong tornadoes, damaging winds where large-scale forcing for accident for thermodynamic profiles can become favorable. A lot of heat in the atmosphere, guys. And when we get that squall line, there is a chance for 1 or 2 long-track supercells ahead of the squall line that could become very tornadic as well. And this is bringing high damage and winds as well. So you can see as it comes in from the southwest, it really gains a lot of strength as it comes from the south to the central to the upper Midwest. And it really intensifies for the upper Midwest. This is going all the way up towards Wisconsin with these storms. And there's a lot of chances for large hail, gorilla hail. But you can see it is bringing the winds. As you come in from Monday and Tuesday, it starts bringing the 40s, of course, but now you got the 50s, you got the 60s, and then once you go into late afternoon for Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon is a second part where you have 50s and 60s for the Midwest as well, and you're getting a foot of snow coming. So this is going to create blizzard conditions for y'all as well. And you can see this from National Weather Service. They already put out the weather advisories, but now they have all the high wind warnings coming with it, as well as your fire risk. Your fire risk is going into the extreme. Plus up here for northern Idaho, western Montana, you have avalanche warnings. Plus, the cold air that's forcing behind this system is going to be some very cold air. We're getting a nice dip of cold air behind this system. And this is where the cap is going to break, and this storm is just going to strengthen and bring y'all your blizzards and your major snow. And you can see with your ground temperatures as you go into Monday afternoon into Tuesday, it brings all these warm temperatures way up towards Iowa, towards northern Illinois. And as you go through 5 p.m. and overnight, it holds on to all of that heat. That'll create a lot of lift. It helps with your instability, a big pocket. Matter of fact, the Cape is a lot stronger than our last storm. And it goes overnight to the early morning hours into the next day. So the heat never leaves from the ground. And as you look at 850 millibars, you can see it holds on to that heat. So there is a little bit of a cap. But once you get late in the afternoon for Tuesday, the heat leaves, the cap busts, and now we have all this cold air aloft, and that is going to create your severe weather all night long. And you can see this from the latest on the Euro. So you're getting all this heavy snowfall coming in for Tuesday, but still no thunderstorms on the south side of this low pressure. You get a little bit in the afternoon, but it really busts up late in the afternoon where you get the squall line appearing late night, early morning for Wednesday as we get a 986 strengthening low pressure, still got cyclogenesis as it goes through the evening. Then the squall lines move further to the south as you go through Wednesday. Then these storms move to the east for your threats that you have for Wednesday going across the intercoastal northeast and your chances for storms and tornadoes as well. All night long, all the way into the early morning hours for Wednesday for northern Minnesota. And this is the 6Z with the Euro. This is the latest update with the Euro of how much snowfall you're going to be getting. And obviously you can see anywhere from Colorado, the Dakotas, all the way to Minnesota, maybe even northern Nebraska. A widespread foot of snow is still coming. But this is strengthening for a couple of days, guys. Matter of fact, when you look at your dew points, you can see as you go through today, you have some very strong dew points. You do have your severe weather. But once we go into tomorrow, this is going to raise way up. Then once we go into Tuesday, then you have not only this very dry air in the south that's going to create a lot of your extreme fires, but look how the dew points raise way up towards Iowa, northern Illinois by 11 o'clock on Tuesday. And this is where very cold temperatures are moving in, a very strong dry line, bringing extreme fire conditions down here to the south central. But these dew points carry on overnight, stay there all night long, and then you have Wednesday, it moves further to the east. This is going to be a long event, longer than last time. And you can see this with your cape, with your lift. So you have a lot of energy for today. That's why you have your chances for your tornadoes for today. But as this raises up for Monday, it goes way up into the atmosphere. Now we're getting over 4,000 joules on our cape, on our lift. This is over 1,000 stronger than what we had last time. But once you go into Monday afternoon, it raises up. It keeps raising up overnight in early morning hours. Then you go into Tuesday, it keeps raising up. Then you get this big pocket right when it busts that cap. When it busts that cap, it really taps into all that energy aloft. And now you have over 4,000 joules once again for northern Missouri, southern Iowa, western Illinois as you go into the afternoon for Tuesday. But it stays there overnight, comes into Wednesday as well. Look at this. This is all night long. This is anywhere from 24 hours to 36 hours of just extreme lift, never leaving. And with the hail, you can see with the lightning strikes as you go into Tuesday morning all the way towards noontime. Then you start getting these pockets of this white. That is the highest level of lightning strikes. That is indicative to getting chances for large hail. And look how much it grows as you go through the day. As you go through Tuesday afternoon for Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, especially northern Missouri. Chances for very large hail. And we're talking about gorilla hail. Gorilla hail is around 4 inches in diameter. Tuesday afternoon, northern Missouri going into Iowa. A lot of lightning strikes, a lot of large hail coming in with this. As soon as this busts a cap Tuesday afternoon, it is going to strengthen. And we still get that squall line. We still have chances for large hail later in the night for northern Illinois, for southern Wisconsin. Then we get our squall line appearing right over Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma. Still with all the white lightning flashes. Large hail coming with that as well. Then as it moves further down south on Wednesday, a lot of large hail for Texas, Oklahoma. It's just a nasty storm all the way through it. Not just Tuesday, also Wednesday. But look at this for Missouri. Missouri, you definitely have a chance for very large hail, and I'm calling it gorilla hail. I think you will get the 4 inches. And as if that isn't enough, you still have the fire threats as well. So for today, all the way to this afternoon, you have very low humidity into the single digits while you're getting these winds. That's going to pose your fire threat. As you go through tomorrow, it's going to grow again with even smaller numbers, a bigger fire threat. And as you go through Tuesday, it's going to grow even bigger. A bigger area with single digits humidity with strong winds. That is going to make your fire threat extreme. So for today, you do have a critical fire threat in all this red. It's elevated in the orange, but it's critical in the red. And here's your cities and states at risk. For tomorrow, you still have the same thing. You have the elevated, but now you have critical fire threat in this red. Here's your cities and states as well. But once you go into Tuesday with very low single digits in your humidity, very strong winds, now you get in the extreme level, especially for Colorado, Texas, and New Mexico. So here's your cities and states at risk, and this top line is where your extreme level is. Be aware of these fires, please. Now, I'm sorry for bringing all the bad news, guys. Let's try and bring a little positivity to the video. Remember, we are giving away these solar weather stations every other day. We've been doing it for months. We're going to do it all year long. So our winner today from our last video, WLK 1965. Congratulations, you are the winner of the solar weather station. Make sure you contact me at this email, weathermanplustoday@gmail.com. That way I can ship this out to you as soon as possible. Thank you for the heads up, brother. God bless, Weatherman. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and thank you so much for preparing for these storms. Because nothing makes me happier to find out that y'all are safe. God bless you and your family, and I do hope you do like it. And remember, we are giving another one away for tomorrow. But I do appreciate y'all time. Thank you very much for your time. Please share this information so others can get prepared, so we can try and save as many lives as we can. This one has always showed stronger, and now it's showing the impacts will be stronger. So please prepare for these storms. Please let your neighbors know, everybody that you can think of. Let them know what is coming so they can prepare the best way possible. If any of y'all saw Ryan Hall's stream, I did watch it myself. He does great coverage. He saved many lives. At the same time, we lost many lives, regardless of the outcome. No matter what we try and do here on YouTube, all of us here on YouTube, there still is bad outcomes. So please, let's help as many people as we can. Thank you so much for your help. Now today I want to read to you Ezekiel 3:17 through 19. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, Thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet, if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Amen. We're doing our parts. We're warning as many people as we can. That is what is upheld by us. We have to do this. Otherwise, if we lose lives, guys, their lives are on our hands because we did not warn them. I'm giving out the best warning I can. Please help warn others. That way we have given them their best warning, their best chance of knowing what's going on, and we did our part according to God. Amen. But above all things, all glory goes to God, our Father in heaven, Yahweh. And I pray he keeps all of you safe, you, your families, your neighbors, even your enemies. They're all our brothers and sisters. Remember, we are not at fight with the flesh with one another. It's always powers and principalities that is holding over these people in these multiple states, multiple countries. So do your part. Help others become safe as possible. This is going to be a beast of a storm. But above all things, I give thanks to God, our Father in heaven, who watches over us and gives us opportunity to correct ourselves every day through our lives. So I'm very thankful that he will finish the work he started in us. There's not a lot you can say about people in this world, but you can always depend on God. He will be there for you. Amen. Hallelujah. God bless you all.